Good morning, y'all. Happy Thursday. If you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, that just means you're catching the replay. So make sure you comment #replay if you don't see that little red live box. Y'all, so I know last night I told y'all we were going to use the big beaded round, and I kept second guessing myself. So I switched my project completely. We're going to use the new outside the box frame, and it's interchangeable, which I am so excited about. And we're going to use our bold poppy transfer, okay? So when you pop on, comment the word bold, B-O-L-D, and I will send you all of the info, the supply list, all of that good stuff. And before we get started, make sure you comment !notified. This will get you signed up to receive a message anytime I go live. And let's get started. Okay, so really cool thing is that it is an interchangeable frame. So our old box frames used to be really heavy and bulky, and now they switched them out to where you have the frame and the insert, and you can also buy a chalkable insert. So I'm going to take this, we're going to turn it over. Hi, Barbara. And I am going to paint the back of this in nautical blue and home decor chalk paint. Okay. I haven't used this in quite some time. So we're going to hi Tracy, we're going to kind of go for like a dark background, but we're going to do like spring color flowers. I'm a little nervous about it. We're going to see how this turns out, but good morning. Hi guys. All right. So we just have to get this painted, y'all. The dried paint just keeps falling out of the lid. Good morning, y'all. Hi, Carol. Hi, Melinda. All right. So I'm going to just pour a little bit out, and we are just going to paint this entire brown side. So you do get a white side and a brown side. This is the wood grain insert, and this comes with the frame, but you can also purchase the insert that's like a chalkable surface, a chalkboard surface, if you want something that's like removable. And I got to be careful not to get it on the white side. You know what I mean? Hi, good morning. Hi, Donna. Hi, Shauna. We're going to get this painted, and then we are going to get to chalking, y'all. I don't know how this is going to turn out with the spring colors and this blue background, but we're going to see. We are definitely going to see. All right, so I'm just taking this chalk paint, covering it all up, and our keyword today is bold, B-O-L-D. And when you comment that word, you'll get the supply list for everything I'm using. And everything I'm using, except for the chalk paint, is in that first link. We're doing an all chalk product today. Or chalk craft, if you will. Hi, Jackie. I've not seen you in a hot second. Hi, Miss Tammy. Hi, Linda. Oh, my goodness. Lots of old familiar faces on here. I hope everybody is doing well. It's Thursday. We're almost done with the week. Who is excited for the weekend? Did everybody have a good Valentine's Day? I just relaxed last night, and it was so nice. I kind of don't know what to do with myself with my machine being down, but I get my part today before noon, so I should be up and running this afternoon with my machine. Thank goodness. All right. Hi, Susie Q. Hi, Anita. All right. Let me pull up my comments over here. And let's get this dry, and then we are going to start chalking. So we're going to use this bold poppy pattern, but we're going to do spring colors on it, and we're going to see how it turns out. Thanks, Miss Shauna. Went out to lunch with my niece and bought, oh, how fun. Miss Bambi, I got my iced coffee at the library. Good morning, Miss Donna, watching in silence. Thanks, Miss Trudy. Miss Trudy, you were the winner last night, so I will get your winnings out today or tomorrow. So, and y'all, we do a giveaway at the end of every live. All you have to do is just hit that heart button. Share the video if you can, and just comment. I pick a winner from the comments. We got 4 to 5 inches of snow yesterday, so it's so pretty out. So now Saturday we're supposed to, ooh. Well, Miss Tammy, that sounds like perfect crafting weather. The word is not working. Bold is not working for y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me check it. Thank you for letting me know. Good morning. Finally made it. Yay, Miss Barbara. I'm so glad you're here. It should be working. It looks like everything's good. Sitting, I know, Miss Debbie. I hope you start feeling better soon. Is the word working for anybody else? Please keep the snow. If y'all comment the word bold, you'll get to the supply list. But let me know, for those of you who've already commented, if you got the message. Because it looks like it should be working. And it looks like people got it, but I don't know. Let me know. I'm looking for, yes it does. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Miss Tammy. If you didn't get it and you want, thank you, Miss Donna. If you want the supply lists, just send the page a message and I will send you the link. I don't know why it's sending out for some people and not others. Hi, Linda. Good morning, Miss Carmar. I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly, but good morning. Okay, it works. Yeah, it might just take a couple minutes for it to get sent. Hi, Deborah from Splash of, ooh, I love that name, Splash of Paint. So this is probably going to be the longest part, is just making sure that this is completely dry, because we don't want to put our sticky transfer on top of wet paint. So this is kind of not the fun part, is watching paint dry. Okay, I said it right. Awesome. Hi, Linda. Hi, Brownie. Yeah, I plan this weekend. I'm going to work this weekend. I'm going to work on getting orders out because my machine was down. But we're going to be up and running today, and then I'm just going to relax this weekend, which is so nice. Oh, I understand, Miss Carmar. I completely understand. No, like there's not any ever pressure to buy. Like whenever you're ready and you can, I'm here for you, okay? Hi, Miss Sue. I know, so we made, let me show y'all. We made this last night. I am obsessed with it. I think it turned out so good. We used Disco and Nominee. Nominee's that center color. And that's a chalkable surface. I'll put that up later because I'm going to knock something over. So we made that last night and it turned out really, really cute. All right, we're almost there. Yay, Miss Debbie, you ordered it? Thank you. Hi, Reba from Cypress, Texas. I'm in Texas as well. If you are new, let me know that you're new. If this is your first time ever catching me, make sure you hit that follow button. This little counter behind me will move when you hit the follow button. All right, we're so close, y'all. I know this is not the fun part, but we're gonna get there. I just have to make sure it's completely dry. All right, I think we're good. All right, so here's what we have. Okay, so this is an insert, so you get a white side and a brown side. I chose to paint the brown side so I don't have to paint the brown side white, you know what I mean? Miss Debbie, you have to go to my, to the actual page, not on my live, and hit the follow button. Or I think if you touch my face, I think there's an option to follow there. Oh, Miss Sharon, you're so sweet. Okay, so I painted that in the color Nautical Blue from Home Decor Chalk Paint. And we need to wax, oh gosh, y'all. Oh, look what I did. Of course I did. Hi, Billy. Of course I did. So I will have to end up painting that side. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. It was too good to be true. All right. Let's wax. So I am going to I'm going to wax the entire thing because we're going to put something sticky on top of the paint and I don't want the stickiness to pull up the paint. So I'm going to use a little bit of surface wax. My surface wax is a little dried out for whatever reason. So I just heat it back up to kind of soften it. And then we are just going to apply wax all over. Yeah, I knew it was too good to be true. I knew that was gonna happen. I know myself well enough that I can't keep things white. That's why I don't wear like white shirts, white clothing, because I'm a mess. Anybody else who refuses to wear white because you know you're gonna spill something on yourself? Okay, so a little bit of surface wax goes a long way. And then now we are going to pull out our transfer, this guy. Okay, so this one is called Bold Poppy. Yeah. I love the look of a white shirt. I think it just looks so clean, but I don't keep it clean. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Melissa. That's me, a messy crafter. I don't wear white either. Yeah, see? Y'all are my people. Y'all are my people. This is what I'm talking about. Messy crafter. Don't wear white. Okay, so look what I did. My transfer is stuck to itself. This happens. We're not going to stress about it. I'm going to pull gently, okay? Now, let's say it wasn't coming apart that easily. I would go stick this under water. I put the transfer in some water in the sink. And then once it's wet, it'll pull apart easier, okay? So don't stress if that happens to you. Don't pull it. If you have to fight to pull it, don't pull it because you'll stretch your transfer. Okay, so we're just adding a little bit of lint. This is called fuzzing to the back. Good morning, Miss Rhonda. Miss Rhonda, did you ever reach out to customer service? I meant to message you yesterday. We're gonna fuzz. And this is a brand new transfer. Luckily, most of this is silk screen. So wherever you see through it, there's a tiny little mesh silk screen in there. Good morning, Miss Lynette. All right, so we're gonna lay this on here as centered as possible. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you all the colors we're gonna use. And I don't know how this is gonna turn out with the dark background, so I'm kind of, you know, going outside my comfort zone here. I was gonna do this teal color, but then I thought it's too springy, everything. So too many spring colors. I'm a walking billboard. What I think. Yes, Miss Starling, that's me. That's okay, Miss Rhonda. You go to the doctor on Monday. Well, keep us updated. I hope everything turns out the way that you want it to. Okay, so it's completely flat. I'm gonna use the colors Wisteria, Sage, White, Sunnyside, Peony, and Nominee. I'm a little nervous because of the background color. I changed it last minute, so we're gonna see how this turns out. So let's open up all of our pastes because we're gonna need them. We're gonna just kind of work from one side down. That way we can paste and pull and work that way. Yes, sunny side. All right. I don't know, what do y'all think? Do y'all think these colors are gonna work on the background? I'm a little nervous. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I got all my squeegees. And let's start working from the right side. Was using my knitting knitter and I had to, oh no, I'm so sorry. All right, let's just start. Here we go. Y'all, I'm a little nervous. Y'all hit that heart button for me. Comment the word bold, B-O-L-D, and I will send you the supply list for today. And the first link that's in the message is the cart link. So it has everything in the cart, but you can add and subtract whatever you want in there. And be sure to go check out the specials tab because there's a bunch of transfers that are 70% off that they just added a couple days ago. All right. I'm going to lift. Okay, so I pasted. I'm going to pull it up just because I don't want the paste to dry in the silk screen. So I pasted it, lifted it up, put it down. Rhonda, it's blue. Are you asking about the background color? Sorry if I missed your comment. Just put it again. Thank you for sharing. All right, what color should this big flower be? This big one right here. What do y'all think? I'm gonna do this one white, but y'all let me know. So we have wisteria, purple, yellow, or pink, or gold. I'm gonna do this one in white. And then we are just gonna work our way from side to side. You definitely want to paste and pull. I hope I have enough white for this project. Okay, we got that. Hi, Pam. Purple, pink, pink, pink. I think pink's the winner. Okay, so I'm gonna do peony. Here we go. I think purple, maybe we do purple for this one down here. I know it's kind of hard to see the pattern or the transfer with the dark background. If someone was asking what color I painted the background, it's a nautical blue in home decor chalk paint. If you don't have that color, you could totally mix it up with a little bit of cadet and black and make your own. Or if you have the color of the month from a couple months ago called Midnight, that would work too. All right, we got the pink. I am gonna go in. No, I changed my mind. Let's do sunny side. I kind of have to hurry here. Okay, clean this up. And I'm gonna go back in with my sage on this leaf and the stem, and then we're gonna pull it up. And there's some air bubbles, so I'm really hoping it didn't bleed on me. Ooh, y'all, look what happened. Do y'all see that? We're gonna fix it. We can fix that. It's not the end of the world. So that, I can tell right here that, let me see if I can hold it up. Do y'all see how there's a lot of the paste sitting on top? That's because my paste dried in the silk screen and it didn't go through the transfer. So not a big deal. We'll fix it. We'll have to clean our transfer. We'll have to do that at the end. So let me work a little bit faster here. You have not tried stencils yet? I love them just because I don't like messing with vinyl. I know you can, I used to make my own stencils with vinyl and mesh silkscreen, and it was a lot of work. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Another reason why that pink did that is because it's a little bit on the drier side. So what I need to do before I apply it again is to add a little bit of water to the color to prevent that from happening. Yes, welcome everybody. If you are new, say hello. All right, I'm gonna do nominee with all these little flowers over here. Like so. And y'all feel free to take your time. There's no rush. There's no need to hurry. I'm on a little bit of a time constraint, but when you're doing this, take your time. Don't rush it. Okay. So we're going in with the nominee, and then I'm going to go back in. I'm going to use my multi-tool to get into these smaller areas with the sage. And I'm doing all of, and I can already see where I missed a spot with the nominee. Okay, and then after this, we'll peel it up and release that paste. Okay, so I see a spot with the nominee that I missed right here and right here. All right, let's lift. Thank you for the stars. All right, there's what we have so far. We're gonna fix the pink flower afterwards, okay? lay it back down, and then we're gonna push down on the areas we have not pasted. All right, this one right here, let's do purple. Hi. How are you, Miss Judy? We're gonna do purple here. Now you could do any color combo you wanted. I wanted to do also like a boho looking one. So we might have to do that again. Do this transfer again with the boho colors. There is like a boho color palette pack that would be perfect for this, if that's the look you're going for. Okay, there's that. This one, let's do this one in Sunnyside. Okay, and then we'll pull it up here in just a second. And we're almost halfway done, y'all. So there are some air bubbles, so I'm trying my best to kind of work within those air bubbles. That's my fault because I didn't push down all the way where I needed to. Okay, let's lift. Woo, y'all. Don't be intimidated. Don't be intimidated. They just take your time. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give you, is when you are working with the big transfers, is just to take your time. There's no rush. You don't need to rush. Just lift it up and move it. Hi, Linda. Thanks, Miss Jackie. I'm getting a new neighbor. Hope they are better than, oh no, Miss Debbie. I hope so too. All right. So same thing. I'm going to do all the greenery in sage. And we're going to fix, that pink flower is bothering me, y'all. It is bothering me because, thank you for the follow. Anytime y'all hit that follow button, that little thing behind me, the blue one does move. So I appreciate all the follows, all the comments, all the hearts, everything. It means a lot. It helps me out more than you realize. Okay, let's lift. Okay, there's what we have. I am using the outside of the box frame in the 12 by 18. So that's actually a new size. We used to not offer the 12 by 18 box frame at all. But the really cool thing is it's an insert. So, oh shoot, y'all. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to clean that because I'll get green all over me. I already know it. All right, so let's go. I could have just done more green. Let's go back in with the green here. We will have to clean the transfer to fix the pink flower, but that's okay. Here we go. Let's lift. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. Don't get nervous, seriously. And y'all, it's all trial and error. So I have to admit, like, I've been doing this for almost 4 years and I've had a lot of practice, okay? So don't ever compare like yourself or like your projects to mine. I do this pretty much every single day and I've been doing it for 4 years. The only way you're gonna get comfortable with using the bigger ones is to use them. Now, the great thing is, if you use a chalkboard surface, not a one-time surface, you're gonna be fine. Because guess what? If you mess it up, you can just wipe it right off. You know what I mean? That's why I love the chalkboard surfaces. Because it's great when you're like practicing or trying out new things. Okay, there's that. Oh, I just did it again. Let's do, I'm gonna do a little bit of white here, here. And then I'm gonna spray a little bit of water into my peony. Hopefully that will kind of thin it out a little bit. And I wanna do these in pink. Okay, looks good. Let's see if that worked. Oh yeah. So do y'all see the pink right there? I added a little bit of water to my paste and that made all the difference. It doesn't look all splotchy like the other one. So we're gonna lay that down. I'm gonna push down on the parts that I have not pasted. All right, let's do this little flower in wisteria. So I'm using sage, wisteria, which is this purple, white, Sunnyside, peony, and nominee. Okay, there's that. Let's do all of these little things in green. Now you could totally get wild and funky with this, or you could just do it all in one color. You got a bajillion squeegees, you and me both. I finally cleaned all my squeegees, y'all. It was probably like, I don't know, 30 or 40 of them that have been sitting in a cup for who knows how long. So it was time to get them clean. All right, let's do this. And then let's do this big one right here. And then we'll lift. All right. Here we go. Let's lift it. And let's check it out. What do we think so far? I think it's looking, actually, I think the colors work with the background. Do we like it with the background color? Or would you have done a different background color? I know the blue is not for everybody. I understand that. All right, I'm gonna do a little peony right here. That looks good. Alex, oh, thank you, Miss Robbie. You're so sweet. Y'all are all awesome. I appreciate each of y'all hanging out, watching. I know sometimes just the chalking is not the most interesting part, but I promise if I can do this, you can do it too. You know what I mean? All right, let's get these little flowers in gold. And this one. And then I do see right here where I missed a spot. So I'm just gonna go back over it. Let's lift. Thanks, y'all. I think it's turning out really, really pretty. All right. This little thing right here, I want to do these little circles or these little dots in Sunnyside. And then we'll do the leaves in sage. Okay. And this multi-tool does come in handy. I didn't put this in the project list, but I highly suggest to grab one if you don't have one. I love this thing because it has, you have a little bit more control over the squeegee than you do like the mini or the small squeegee. All right, let's lift. Ooh, it's turning out so good. All right, so this is kind of the issue of when you get to the end. I'm gonna kind of have to do everything all at once to finish it out. So we're gonna do, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do wisteria on these little dots, these little teardrop looking things. And I apologize if I'm missing comments. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to do this before my paste dries and we don't need another fiasco like the pink flower. But we're gonna clean it. What time? Okay, I got 15 minutes. I think that's plenty of time. We're gonna clean our transfer, or at least the top part, and then we will redo the pink flower, and then we'll be done. I have my granddaughter that is 10 doing some of the, yay! I post some of her pictures in the VIP group. And y'all, I will, if you want this project and you've already ordered some of the projects that I've done this week, you can still add on to your order because I haven't placed any of those orders yet. So I will post a kit in the VIP group where you can pick and choose what you want in your kit. And I will get that ordered for you. So this is still an option. So make sure you're in the VIP group. So if you commented the word bold in the message that my page sent you, there is a button at the bottom that says join free groups. And if you click on that, there'll be 2 groups for you to join. There's my VIP group, and then there is my cutout group. All right, so we did that last part. Let's do this last flower, which is gonna be in white. And here we go, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. Make sure you hang out till the end. I will do a giveaway. Y'all have been so awesome and so patient with me. I apologize that I've just kind of had my head down in this project. Normally I interact with y'all so much more than what I have been. But I just wanted to make sure that I get this project done within my time slot. So if you don't know, I'm presenting for Craft Round the Clock, which is an amazing craft group with amazing other crafters who share all sorts of ideas. If you're not in that group, please join it. All right, here we go. Bam. Ooh, I probably should have done the center a different color. I just realized that. Okay, let me lay this here. Let me hold this up. What do y'all think? Check that out. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna put this aside to dry because we're gonna clean our transfer really, really quickly. Of course, and I'm almost out of water. Hold on, y'all, let me get some water. All right, let's clean this super fast. That way we can fix the pink flower. Hi, Sharon. So we can fix the pink flower and then we'll be done. All right, so just regular water, a board eraser, which is just like a sponge, like a kind of like a magic eraser, but it doesn't have the harsh chemicals. And I'm just spraying this down. This is also why I always talk about it. I love this dang glass mat, is because I can clean right on it rather than a bath mat, having a whole nother mat in here to have to clean on. Okay, I'm gonna turn it over. So look, do y'all see how there's still a bunch of paste in there? That tells me my paste was too dry. My paste was way too dry, and that's why that big pink flower looked all splotchy. Okay, but we're gonna fix it. But we gotta get this guy clean. I love the blue background. Hi, Sandra. I actually really, really like the blue background. I'm really glad I didn't do the lighter color. I think it would have been too many light colors with what I had. So I'm just drying off the back. I'm gonna dry this down or wipe this down. Then let's turn it over and dry this side off. And you really just want to make sure that the silk screen is cleaned out and it looks good. Okay, so it's nice and clean. I'm going to put that over here. Let's make sure that this is totally dry before we do anything else. But there's kind of what we have. We're gonna fix this pink flower here. But what do y'all think? I really, really like it. I really just need to make sure the bottom part is dry. I wish I would have done the center of that in yellow, but it is what it is. I could probably fix it. Ooh, we can go over in yellow with this. All right. Ooh, it's still wet right there. Thank you. So comment the word bold, B-O-L-D, and that will get all of the info for everything that I'm using. I agree, Miss Sandy. Okay, here we go. We're gonna lay this right, yeah, back down. We're just gonna line it up. We're just gonna line it up. Maybe. This is the hard part, y'all, is getting it exactly how it was. Thank you for the follow. Y'all are awesome. Okay, this is why, hold on, let me move all of this. Here we go. It's hard for me to do it from side to side because I can't really see. And I probably should have fuzzed it before I put it down, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, I think that looks good. Lay it down. No, hold on. It will line up. Just take your time. There we go. There we go. No. Thank you for sprinkling. Welcome, Miss Vicky. I'm so glad you're here. If y'all are new, welcome on in. My name is Alex. I live in Texas. I live in the San Antonio area, and a little bit about me is I used to be a teacher. That's gonna be good. Okay. I taught for 11 years before I was able to do this full time. Okay, here we go, y'all. We're gonna fix this flower. Okay, so we cleaned our transfer and we are just going to apply this pink all over, and then we should be good to go. Okay, pick up all the extra because there is a lot. I put a lot on there. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Like a ton better. And then I'm gonna go over this in yellow, just a smidge, because I meant to do that before and I didn't. Oh, y'all, check that out. What do y'all think? Let me lay that here. But here it is, y'all. Look how pretty that is. So don't be intimidated by the big transfers. Y'all, my project is not perfect at all. Okay, there's a little bit of bleeding in some places. Some colors got mixed, but that's okay. It's handmade, that's the point. It's not gonna be perfect. But I wanna make sure that this is dry before we put it in our frame, okay? I wonder if my granddaughter would like, ooh, you will have to show her. So hit the heart button, share the video if you will, and I'm gonna pick a winner from the comments to win a surprise cutout. Is the bottom flower white distressed, or does it need, it probably needs a little bit more white. I probably could have gone back over it with the white, but it is what it is. You know what I could do? We could take a paintbrush and fill it in. Yeah, even the things you buy have boo-boos, exactly. So y'all see kind of at the bottom where the white didn't get filled in? What I'm gonna do really quickly is just take a squeegee. You can even take a paintbrush and fill it in. Okay. There we go. Better? All right, let's dry that part and then we're done, I promise. So let me start. Thank you for following Miss Pam. I so appreciate it. Thanks, Miss Vicky. All right. So let me grab my frame. So here's the frame. This is interchangeable. And there are inserts that are chalkboard that fit. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at that. Much better. I agree. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Trish. What do y'all think? Even up here on this white, I could probably touch it up with a paintbrush. Thank you. Yes, comment the word bold. That will get you all of the info. Make sure you join my VIP group. I will post a kit up in there if you want to order this. It is very easy. It just takes time. The bigger transfers, just takes a little bit of time. I know, it looks even better in the frame. I missed you being here, Miss Jackie. I was gonna say I miss watching you, but I'm glad you're here again. Make sure real quick, y'all comment ! Notify. Okay. That will get you signed up just like you see it. That will get you signed up to get a message every time I go live. Facebook will send you a Facebook message when I go live. Try it again. There you go, Miss Pam. I always make it look so easy. Girl, have you been watching me? I'm a hot mess. But I'm real. I am who I am. You know what I mean? Okay, let's pick our winner. Y'all, I'm obsessed with this. I think that looks so cute. So if you didn't want this up all year, you could get the insert in a chalkboard. There's a white side and a black side. You could get the insert in a chalkboard, and then let's say summer rolls around, you spray it down, you scrub it off, and you can do a new project. Or if you like this, but you want to switch the insert, you can get another wood grain insert and just keep the frame instead of you having to buy a new frame for every project. You are my people, Miss Darlene. All right, here we go. At work trying to watch you. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Let's pick a winner. I am going to, well, maybe. Oh, it's literally right in front of my face. Let me update the comments, and then we are done, y'all. So, thanks for hanging out. I know that was kind of tedious, but I think it turned out beautiful, and it's gonna go up right behind me. Thanks, Miss Betty Jean. I'm at work too. I do sell the frame, Miss Pam. I sure do. All right, so the winner will win a surprise cutout, mystery cutout for me. So we'll pick 2 winners today. How about that? 2 winners from the comments. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. That's just my small way of saying thank you. So winner number 1, would rather watch crafting, me too. Winner number 1, let's see, Miss Pam Schulman and Miss Vicki Lynn Papas. Vicki Lynn Papas and Pam Schulman, are y'all here? What size? This one is a 12 by 18. This is a 12 by 18. Okay, I see Miss Vicki. and Miss Pam. I see both of y'all. If you two ladies will do me a huge favor, send a message to my page, to the Creative Llama, saying like, hey, I won, and then send me your mailing address so that way I can get your surprise cutouts out to you, okay? But there it is, y'all. Turned out super cute. I absolutely love this. So comment the word bold, and I will be probably on tomorrow night, okay? Bye, guys.